Hello guys, welcome back. In this section, we are going to discuss about while and do while loops. Okay, so what is the first thing to do? Open a new file by pressing Ctrl N, and what we are going to discuss while and do while loops. Okay, so as you will be seeing that while and do while loops are similar to for loops. Okay, but are these short forms for them? Okay, first include a library. Okay, and write a main function and see the same tables which we have done for loops, the 2 table, 3 table, 12 table, all that things. I'm going to do the same tables using while loops, not by using for loops. We have already seen how to write the tables using for loops. Now we will be seeing how to write the tables using while loop. Okay, so see what happens. First initialize a value int I equals 1. Okay, while I less than or equals 10, what I'm going to write? Printf the same thing. Percentage d, percentage d, comma, what I'm going to print? I. Okay, here I'll give a new line and let us see what happens. Let me name it as while loop and save. See what is happening here? 1 is printing infinite times. Why is that? Okay, so why is that happening? Why 1 is printing infinite number of times? Because every time this loop executes, the I value will always be 1. What's the difference between for loop and while loop? In for loop, it is auto incrementing. We have given a condition. So in that after the condition, we have given an increment or decrement operation. So in the for syntax itself, we are giving increment and decrement operations. But in while loop, we are not giving any increment or decrement functions here. See, I haven't written any I plus plus or I minus minus. So what in while loop we need to do? We need to write I plus plus. So now this is same as for loop. Okay, we have given a initial condition initialized outside the while loop, and inside the while loop, in the while loop, we have given a condition, and inside the while loop we have given the increment and decrement operation. This is same like for loop. Okay, if we will execute this, what will happen? See, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. But what we have expected 1 to 10, we have expected 1 to 10. So what's happening now? What's happening now? Okay, it is printing from 2 because before printing the value we are writing increment function. So what happens in for loop? In for loop, first it will execute, then it will increment. But in while loop, we are incrementing first and then we are printing. We can do it in either way. Okay, let me cut this and copy it here. What happens now? Can you expect what happens now? See, 1 2 3 4 5 up to 10, because we have written the condition up to 10 and we are incrementing after printing the value. So basically, if we write here, then it will print from 2 to 10 because it will first increment and then we will print. But what we have done now, we have printed it first and then we have incremented. We have printed the value of 5 first. So that's why it's printing 1 and then we are incrementing. 1 plus plus is 2. Then we are printing again 2 plus plus 3, and when 10 comes, 9 comes, 9 plus plus would be 10. It will go and check 10 greater than or equal to 10, true. It will print 10 here and then it will come here 10 plus plus would be 11. If it will go here, I less than equals 11, I mean 11 less than equals 10. No, false. Then it will come out of the loop and the loop will terminate. Okay. So we have seen both um, printing the value and incrementing the value. Okay. So I need to write a table. So how to write a table? Like we have done in for loops. Okay. So what we done for loops? We have printed saying enter a number to write a table. Okay, so that the user will enter, and we are gonna scan that scanf percentage %d comma. We have to store that value. In order to store that value, we need to define that value into a, suppose, so that we'll store it in ampersand a. Okay, yeah. So what we will print here? Printf percentage %d capital X percentage %d equals percentage %d. Also the new line. And next, what will happen now? Now we are gonna print what is the first percentage %d? A. What is the second percentage %d? I. What is the third percentage %d? A multiplied by I. Semicolon. See the output now. Enter it number 3. 3 ones 3, 3 6, 3 9. Same as for loop. While loop is same as for loop, except we'll initialize outside the while loop. We'll give the condition in the while loop while declaring the while loop, and we'll increment or decrement the operation inside the while loop. That's the basic difference between for loop and while loop. In for loop, what we do? We'll give all the conditions at the for loop only. The syntax of for loop includes all these conditions: initialization, condition, and increment or decrement operations. Okay. So I hope you got clarity on while loop. But what is do while loop? You know what? Do while loop is nothing but same. I'm going to make changes in this program only. Okay, I'm not going to write another program. I'm going to change in this program only. So what is do while loop? So instead of while, take this while out and write a do here. Do this while this. Okay, we have initialized a value I equals 1. What happens now? While I less than or equals 10, while I less than or equals 10, do this. So the difference here is after the while loop, we need to keep a semicolon. Okay. So it is same as while. Do while and while are same, except in do while we have do, in while we do not have do. That's it. See. Entry number 3. What is the output? The table from 1 to 10 with the entered value from the user. Okay. See, while do while loops are same, and for do while loops are same. So for loop, while loop, do while loop, these all comes and gets executed in the same way. There is no such difference. But the thing is, while doing the complex programs, what happens is sometimes we need to use for loop only. Sometimes there is the use of do loop, I mean while loop, and sometimes there is the use of do while loop. So we'll take according to the situation. Okay, we'll decide which loop to use according to the situation, unless they do the same thing. Okay, so this is all about while and do while loops. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.